Hello, filmmakers and film lovers. I am Tanisa Casa, your host with Indie Film Lounge and the admin of Black Independent Web Series and Filmmakers. With me, I have Demetrius LaSean Witherspoon, award-winning writer, director, producer of films, and CEO of Submerge Universe Comics. He has joined me in the Indie Film Lounge today.
All
And
right.
pre-recorded, but we're gonna have a good time anyway. So, Mr. Witherspoon, what's going on with you?
Hey,
You
I
what's
tell you
going
what,
on?
I appreciate you so much for having me on. This is amazing, and we appreciate everything that you do
Thank you.
for filmmakers, independent filmmakers.
Yes. Oh yeah. We
Yes.
here to help. Here to help, and I wish I had that Tyler Perry money. I give every one of y'all
All
a few million. Shoot.
right.
You know what
I'll
I'm saying?
name on
That's
the studio and everything too.
hey. It just depends on what you contributed to the indie. Because
That's right.
right now the indie film world is booming. We got something to say. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So anyway, how did you get into film?
Well, I started with getting into R&B singing, and I
Oh,
did
okay.
R&B and pop, and I wanted to make a music video, and so I borrowed some money from my brother, and me and my 14-year-old daughter, we looked at YouTube and learned how to work the camera and what we need to do, and we just went out and did it. And I shot 3 music videos in one week, and I was hooked. It was like a glove that fit.
Wow.
And I was
Wow.
like, well, this is what I want to do. And I didn't, uh, I think I performed maybe one more time after that. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, we started our DV Entertainment Pictures
Okay.
studio and started filming commercials. And then ultimately, the Submerged universe, we started that. So
Yeah,
it's been 7 years now.
yeah. Talk about Submerge. You are the CEO of Submerge Universe Comics, right?
Yes.
So you don't
What
just
can
you do comics and music videos, or you just mainly do comics?
I do it all?
Okay.
So this is how it worked. Uh, First, the movies came, and so
Mm-hmm.
there's 5 movies in the Submerged Universe franchise so far.
Mm-hmm.
They are shorts, but they run 30 to 25 minutes, and
Okay.
so uh, they're based off of. There was a lady that was asking for money and things like that
Mm-hmm.
on a corner in Indianapolis, and so I would help when I could, but I was like, what it took for her to be in that situation, and what if she got thrown into a multi-universe and had to
Mm-hmm.
find her way out and find her daughter, and that
Mm.
started it all.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so we actually started filming right on the corner where she usually would be in Indianapolis. And our first film was 15 minutes. We did another, and then our next one was 30 minutes. And
Okay.
that's when, by that time, we had 30 something people on set
Oh
from
wow.
starting out with eight people. And we had people from Ball State, uh, videographers, my DPs and things were doing B-roll. They were from Ball State, and we had Bishop Stevens, who was a former WWE wrestler, but
Oh,
he
okay.
was uh, getting into acting at that time. And so he would come film with us, and then he would drive up, and he was in Empire for season
Ah.
one,
Okay.
and so he was in there multiple times, and now he's in a lot of Hollywood movies and on Netflix a lot. So, and
What's
he's
his
still
name
part.
again?
His name is Bishop Stevens.
Bishop Stevens. Okay.
Yeah, uh huh.
Look
And
him up.
so So we filmed with him, and then Katie O'Brien. She's from here. She was in the 5th season of, Z Nation with a recurring role, and then Black Lightning. She was just in Marvel's Agents of Shield, the last few episodes of that, and so she's originally from here, and was very honored to be able to work with her a few times when she was here also. So, so over that time, we did those 5 movies. We were able to take it to Japan. We got distribution in Japan. And then we were able to get Submerge Echo 51 is on Amazon Prime, Roku, and it's gotten picked up over in Africa also on some of their streaming services.
Congratulations. You all over. You international.
Well,
I know you're from Louisville, but you live in Indianapolis, but you all over the world.
Yeah, with the team that we've been able to work with, we've been able to try to do the best sci-fi we can, and most definitely that's not an easy genre to do. With visual effects and things like that. So each time just really learning from that. And from that, part of my transmedia marketing is expanding the universe of what I have, Submerged Universe. So we have the films. It's expanded out to, we have a card game that's based off of one of the movies, which we're in the final process of getting printed. It's already done. We've play tested it for 2 years at conventions. People's enjoyed it. So that, we also have an animated series that we just did the pilot for, Submerged Craig Empire. And we are about to do a Submerged Galaxy of Subversion. It wasn't going to be a feature film, but we're with the way social media is and also streaming, we're going to make a series out of it. And so that's coming also. Okay.
My question to you, since you talk about sci-fi, that leads to my next question. How is it easy for independent filmmakers to create sci-fi? How is it to tell?
Well, it depends on what kind of story you want to tell, and you want to use what you have available to you to tell your story. Now, you can write it as big as you want, but if you don't have the money, you use what you have available. So parks are free. There's different things around maybe the city that you can use. You can ask to go in to film different places. Some of it you don't even need a permit to do that. But it depends on where you are. That's why, like Indiana, there's no really big rules that you, as an independent filmmaker, that you have to go in and get permits and things like that for a lot of things. So that makes it easier to film, other than like LA or Atlanta or different places like that.
New York, Miami, places like that. Okay. Hey, how the film market, the independent film world, and I noticed you named a lot of people that is acting in Hollywood, but how is the indie film market in Indiana? Is the community big? Is it small? Is it medium?
It's a lot of independent filmmakers here. Not a lot of major filmmakers, because we don't have a tax incentive here in Indianapolis. Some go to Illinois or Chicago to film, or Kentucky, where they can get that tax incentive. But there still are a lot of big films that are filmed here also.
Okay, which which ones?
There's one on Netflix called The Good Catholic with Danny Glover in it. There's Columbus which was filmed in Columbus, Indiana. And then,
Okay.
if we go old school, Hoosiers, think
Mm-hmm.
Rudy was shot, in Indiana.
Okay.
So different things like that. And there's others too.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I want to talk about, you saying that you don't need a permit for different locations, and with sci-fi, you just use what you got. You don't take a whole bunch of money. That's with any film. But tell me,
Mhm.
how do you market on a low budget? What do you do? I guess I'm trying to answer the question right. How do you market your film on a low budget?
Okay. Well, for me, my genre is the sci-fi. So
Mm-hmm.
what has opened my eyes is going to sci-fi comic book conventions
Okay.
and having a booth. And when we started, we were just able to. Some of them have film festivals, so you go to
Uh-huh.
that film festival. You're
Mm-hmm.
able to meet directors and other people that are in your genre or doing some kind of fantasy or close to that from all over the world. Ours was Gen Con, which is a big convention
Okay.
here. It's not as big as the one in Atlanta. I think it's Dragon
Oh,
Con,
okay.
but
Oh,
they
wow.
they have over 70,000 people come through. And
Okay.
their film festival have people from England, Peru, all over the world. People come in for this film
Wow.
festival. And so that opened my eyes to not only marketing my film, but how to tell my stories, how to have
Mm-hmm.
my story world, to expand it,
Mm-hmm.
because you find people that are cosplaying, dressing up like characters, but they have their
Yeah.
own trading cards, and
Okay.
so different things like that. So part of my transmedia plan was, okay, what can I do on my level?
Mm-hmm.
There's so marketing my film, I can do it at film festivals, but
Mm-hmm.
hey, can I get a small booth and
Mm-hmm.
then put them on DVD? Some people
Right.
say you can't do anything with a short. Well, if you
Hmm.
take a short and you put multiple of them on
Mm-hmm.
one DVD,
Mm-hmm.
then you almost have a series, a
Right.
season there, and people are
Mm-hmm.
willing to pay that. You have close to
Right.
over an hour or something. So not only the DVDs, but also looking at things that will expand your storyline, tell your story in
Mm-hmm.
other ways. So we have comic books that also expands the universe and the
Mm-hmm.
storyline of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have the card games. We have shoes. I have a perfume oil line that is
Wow.
called Submerge 51,
Okay.
which we have a lot of. It's unisex. So we have people buying that. We have hats. Um, and pub glasses, trading
Okay.
cards, and things like that. So that gives more. Let's say somebody's not really first they're coming to look at your comic book, but you say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, that ties into my movie over here. Oh, okay, so they get both of them. And
Yeah.
so you can market your film that way also.
Okay. So your branding it is it's a guy. His name is Floyd Marshall. Hey, Floyd Marshall. He always say, uh, your film. You're just not shooting your film, but your film is a business. Treat your film
Yes.
like it's a business. Sell your
Mhm.
merchandise, sell your products, you
Mhm.
know. And that's what brought to mind when you see you got hats and you got merchandise and all this. You're selling your brand. You're selling Submerged Universe comics.
Yeah, yeah. And the toy line, we just got
Oh,
our
really?
toy line going. We have
Okay. Oh,
the
wow.
we have 6 in this series right now, and then we've
Okay.
been selling those online. And these are
Okay.
based off of the different characters, not only in the movies
Cool.
but also in the comic books.
Okay. How much are they?
Uh,
Maybe
they're
somebody.
they're 65, and they
Okay.
come signed. These are
Okay.
custom made, and we're not selling them. They're limited edition. So
Okay.
once these few are sold, we're done. And
I
next
don't blame
is
you.
Submerge Universe Multiverse
Okay.
custom pops.
Where can they go to your? Is there a website they can go to buy 'em
Yeah, they can
and get?
go to DV Entertainment Pictures.
Okay.
.com. That's pictures
Okay.
with an S at the end of it.
Okay.
.com.
.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So I see you taking it to another level. You're just not talking about it. You are so being about it. And when you doing like you doing films, people have to do T-shirts. They do, like you say, hats, cups, pens, whatever it is to keep
Right.
people
Right.
interested in your brand. So where do you see yourself taking the Submerged Universe comics? What's the next level you plan on taking it to?
Well,
You see it in five
this
years.
is part. This is part of my phase one project, actually,
Mm-hmm.
taken from Marvel and things like that. So
Ooh.
I have one more. Well, I have two more films
Mm-hmm.
in this phase one. It's Galaxy of Subversion, and then we're going to
Mm-hmm.
do Queen Rain, which has a
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther kind of tone to it.
Okay.
And we've already shown her in other parts of the series, but we're going deeper into that. So we're looking at either doing a live action, or I'm in talk with some animators in Africa to do
Ooh.
animated
Ooh.
film for Queen Rain. So that would be phase one in that. That will be my
Okay.
7 films in that, and we got
Mm-hmm.
4 more films after that we're going to do. And then in the comic books, right now we have 3 more comics in this series that we're going to do. We have 2 right now, but
Mm-hmm.
3 more, and some of it will tie into the films that are coming.
Wow. Sound like you got a lot of films up your up your sleeve. Do you travel and go to different Comic Cons, or
Yeah,
you go to the one in
yeah.
Indiana?
Indiana and surrounding states. It's just
Mm-hmm.
hard for me when having 4 kids at home
Okay.
to go out to
Oh,
San
gotcha.
Diego and places like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's on my list next once the COVID is all over with,
Right, right,
to get out there. But most
right.
definitely just uh, conventions that I'm able to drive to within 3 to 4 hours, and
Okay.
also I do a lot of. I'm a judge for different film festivals, like in San
Oh,
Diego and things like that.
okay. Cool. That sounds you got an interesting job. Is that your full time job, or is
Uh,
is there?
no, actually, I work for Meals on Wheels right now, and
Okay.
I do work there, and then the next
Hmm.
thing is my production company,
Right.
which that's a full time job in itself, also.
Yeah, it
But
is. Yeah, it is.
I was fortunate for the last 7 years. It's just here recently I've kind of went to a full time job, but I was working a part time job, and it gave me
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more leeway to
Mm-hmm.
do the filming and the commercials and things like that. Which everything can still be
Mm-hmm.
done if you have a full time
Oh
job. You
yeah.
just gotta push yourself a little bit, organize that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all that time gave me to build my base,
Okay.
and surround myself with people that know more than I do. And
Right.
that's why
That's smart.
able to do what I do.
That's smart. That's really smart. And you mentioned South Africa animating. I just posted a post in my group about first Black South African woman that got her own animation studio. Um,
Nice, nice.
might want to hit her up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to.
yeah.
I'm trying to get to South Africa eventually. After this stuff is over with. But do you
You're
see?
right.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've been trying to get to Africa for over 3 years now. But
I heard
It's
it's beautiful. I heard it's
oh,
beautiful.
you can rent islands and stuff.
Mm,
Now
wow.
we ain't talking about getting a hotel. We talking about renting an island in South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, forget hotels
Yeah.
and Airbnbs. Let's just take it to the next level. Okay.
Right. Right.
Um, I would love to do that and shoot a film in South Africa. Rent an island and just shoot a film for a whole week or something or 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
That's my plan. That's one of my dreams. But what do you think about? You think it'll be more independent filmmakers that's gonna get into sci-fi? Like we're slowly us as African Americans, we're slowly
Mm-hmm.
getting into horror. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had to sneeze, and we're slowly getting into sci-fi. Sci-fi is getting there. Do you think it'll be more of us trying to dive into?
I think so, and I hope so. And it, it feels good when you come in contact with other,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, our people trying to well they're starting their sci-fi films and everything up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a good feeling, and we're able to talk about things, and because
Mm-hmm.
there's not that many of us, and so I
Mm-hmm.
try to put us in a group, kind of
Yeah.
so we can kind of keep close, and it's not about an ego
Right.
thing. It's about because everybody's films are different and have
Oh
different
yeah.
tones. It might be more fantasy and things like that. So,
Yeah.
um, uh, most definitely, I think is important.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel very proud of what me and my team have been able to create and keep creating.
Oh yeah.
And it's a diverse cast and crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it's all about. That's what it takes.
And you should be proud. I mean, because
Thank you.
you can be one of the pioneers that start this sci-fi genre in the independent filmmaking. I know some people that started and stopped because it took too much money, or it was just they said, "Oh, sci-fi is too hard, horror's too hard," and so you know, with I like drama and comedy, but
Hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
see more independent horror and sci-fi. I really do. I
Yeah,
really.
taking people on a journey outside of what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
or the norm of what they see. And so
Right.
building a sci-fi world, it does take time. And there's been many a times I've thought about giving up or what have you, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always something. Like one time I remember I was working my part-time job. I was like, this is done with. I shot a music video. I'm good. And
Mm-hmm.
I know Bishop Stevens, he called me. He's like, look, man, just keep on it, keep on the path. And
Mm-hmm.
I got a phone call from my fight choreographer. He was like, did you see the newspaper today? I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a entertainment newspaper for the city of Indianapolis called Nuvo.
Oh.
And they named Submerged the best indie sci-fi, and I was just like, what? I was like, what? I mean, I didn't expect that. And so that edged me on, and just getting
Right.
feedback um, from, especially going to the conventions and things, and getting
Mm-hmm.
feedback from now loyal fans.
Mm.
I can remember the first time when somebody said, so in episode 2, when this happened and then this happened, so does
Mm-hmm.
that mean? I was like, oh my god, this something is clicking, something is working.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and so most definitely meeting so many people, and now hearing their feedback on what they like about the Submerged Universe series.
Ooh, do you have a Facebook page called Submerge?
Yes, Submerged
Okay.
Universe
Okay.
is the page, and if you go to
Okay.
Instagram, it's Submerged Universe. Twitter,
Okay.
Submerged Universe, also,
I
and
definitely
LinkedIn.
follow it. Yeah. Send me
It's
all the links in the inbox so I can put it in the live.
okay. All right. Thank you.
That's what's up. So, what advice would you give to, I guess, anybody that tired of doing drama, tired of doing hood movies or whatever, and they want to into and they want to do something else. They want to do something different. They want to dive into sci-fi. They want to dive into animation or comics. What kind of advice would you give them?
First of all, I would say, find like-minded people in your community or who wants
Mm-hmm.
to come aboard and help with you, and
Mm-hmm.
surround yourself with people that know more than you. Now, the one
Mm.
good thing about Indiana, they have an Indiana Filmmakers. Um, uh, well, before COVID, they had
Uh-huh.
meetings. And so at these
Oh, okay.
meetings, you would meet people that are just starting out, actors
Mm-hmm.
or producers that have produced feature length films, up to
Okay.
37 of them.
Mm.
And so that way I was able to build my crew, help on other people's sets. And I learned
Okay.
so much from that. And then
Oh,
they
wow.
come out to help me. And so,
Okay.
uh, been able to do that, but surround yourself with people that know more than you. Now, it's
Yeah.
good that you kind of learn as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Now starting out, well, I was, you wear many hats as an independent filmmaker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Directing, writing, directing,
Mm-hmm.
editing, lighting. So learn as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
but start to get key people in there, and you'll
Right.
really build your crew. And um, so, and also expand it out, like
Mm-hmm.
different high schools or colleges, they have a video department. Get the top
Mm-hmm.
people in their
Mm-hmm.
video departments, and especially school, they want that experience and come on
Mm-hmm.
set. We had two high school students come out when I was shooting a music video here that was dealing with, it's called Rain, with
Mm-hmm.
Shauna Bedford, and is dealing with 9/11 kind of like subject. And
Oh,
we had
okay.
close to 70 people on set. We had the fire department out, and cranes and smoke and everything else.
Wow.
And so for those two high school kids, they were seniors. They was just like floored that they were able to do or be on
Wow.
set with something like that right there.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be my advice. And don't give up. Just, you have to
Right.
keep at it. There's going
Yeah.
to be naysayer, your family. Some of your family's going to be naysayers. It's going to be your neighbor or whoever. But
Yeah.
just keep at it. Don't
Your
stop.
family, your family gonna say, "Won't you get a real job?"
Yeah, yeah,
You be like, "I do. I'm just doing it for the side. Why are you doing this? You ain't making no money, or you
right.
know, just sometimes like some filmmaking is therapeutic for other people.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
escape from
most
the nine to
definitely.
five, and I can imagine comics and sci-fi and animation is. It's a guy right now in the group. He's one of the best animators. His name is Josh
Mm.
Abrams. You can get with him if you want to keep a Rolodex of animators around you.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Just got to
Um,
keep a Rolodex of good people around you, a good team of
you're
people
right.
that you can consult with, team up with, and work with
Mhm.
later on. You know.
And I try to let, when I do panels and teaching segments, I try to remind them this is not a race; it's a
Right,
marathon.
right.
You can't get up there and just have you a big Hollywood film. I mean, you could if you got the money and everything,
Yeah, if you got the
but
money.
yeah, majority of people, independent filmmakers, they're starting out with, having somebody trade with them, or working with limited funds. And so
Right,
just make the best film you can.
right.
Put it in some film festivals and things like that. If you do get
Yeah.
a feature,
Mm-hmm.
figure out which way you're gonna do distribution, get in some film
Right,
festivals, and then try to get it
right.
on Amazon Prime and Roku.
Yeah. What do you think about film festivals? Do you think it's a waste of time sometime, or do you research
Um,
festivals before you submit?
Now I do. When I first started, um, there's always Sundance and all those different things,
Oh
but
man,
I
it's
had
so
to,
many.
I had to look at my genre, which is sci-fi, and what would
Yeah,
that do best at. If it's a film
yeah,
festival about, family and children, and that's not where my genre is gonna be well received. I don't, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
I look for others and going to Film Freeway and looking
Yeah.
overseas. There's so many overseas you can get
Oh
into.
man.
Some are free. Now
Mm-hmm.
our animated series is going to be showing in India
Oh,
next
okay.
month, and
Congratulations.
now, well, thank you. And it just got picked up for distribution at drive-ins throughout the
Wow.
United States.
Cool.
And so, uh, film festivals are good to get your film out because you want people to
Yeah.
see it, you
Yeah.
know. And the second thing film festivals are good for is meeting and networking. You
Networking. Yeah.
network. You walk in
Younger
there with some
ammo.
business cards. My first film festival, I had to drive an hour away,
Oh.
and I went to Kinko's, made me some business cards. I was about the only filmmaker that had my cards, had everything together,
Oh wow.
and people like, who is this guy?
Oh my God.
But
Dang.
yeah,
you were
I, I
you
I
you
think
were showing them what to do.
Yeah, and I think that comes from being in the music world. Also, you got to always be
Yeah.
ready when you're in the music world. You
Oh
got to.
man.
Back then, you had to have your CD, your little record together and everything.
Mixtape.
Yeah, your mixtape and everything.
Poster.
Right, right. Have it together. Somebody say, "Hey, what you got?" Well, here it is. Bam.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
Woo.
that's I put that approach to my film,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
people like you know they don't
Right.
understand what's what's happening. Well, this is
Yeah,
what
you
happened.
you setting yourself for big things. Do you like? Do you still do R&B? Like, do you merge your R&B with your Comic Con with your films? Do you sing and put it as your score it as your music on your
uh well,
comic?
probably the first two films I kind of scored, um
Mm-hmm.
but no, not so much. I don't perform out anymore, but
Okay.
um the scoring, I started that, but then I was able to start meeting composers, and now I've met Rob Diggy. He's a
Rob D.
Grammy winner, and
Rob
he's
Diggy.
a composer. And
Okay.
I mean, there's so many blessings that has kind of
Mm-hmm.
happened. Like I met with a studio that they do
Mm-hmm.
stuff for Disney here,
Mm.
and
Oh
they's like,
wow.
okay, so they's like, how can we help you? I was like,
Okay.
so
That is
we've
a
been working
blessing.
together. Yeah, yeah. And so
Wow.
been able to work with them, and um, and the composers putting out
Mm-hmm.
different music. So also, not only the film, but if you have good composed music, you can put that
Mm-hmm.
out on CD Baby and Amazon, and sell the soundtrack, the score
Mm.
to your
Oh
film.
wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome because music and film they go hand to hand like love,
Yeah. Yeah.
hand in
So,
glove.
hmm
Music moves the scene or whatever.
oh, it does. It does.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm a big, I listen to scores and stuff when I'm writing, and
Okay.
especially if the composer has already composed a
Yeah.
couple of the scenes, I'm able to listen to
Okay.
that and kind of get into the scene,
Yeah.
things like that.
Do you know what music? Like when you write your comics, do you know what music gonna put in there already? You don't know until um, after everything is edited and done.
Sometimes before, because I'm talking to the composer while I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing. And
Okay.
so I kind of talked to him, and he's already kind of coming up with something. And I'm listening to
Okay.
that. I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of fits the scene, you know. And
Okay.
then things kind of evolve a little bit more once we get the editing done and they're able to
Okay.
see that. And I always welcome them on the set
Yeah.
also, so they can kind
Oh
of get a
boy.
feel of that.
Yeah. I advise every editor to go on a movie set if they can.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think that needs to be the new thing. That way they'll know what's going on. They can put in their head how they're gonna edit it. So
Yeah, because your movie don't
what?
come together until they to the
Yeah.
editing. So
Right. Yeah. Exactly. What do you edit? What software do you edit with?
right now I use Davinci.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a free
I heard of it.
program, and
Okay.
it is a beast. It is right
Really?
up there with yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Right up
So
there with
you
what?
can
You gonna say right up there with what?
uh
Pre.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it's up
okay.
there. So you
Huh.
can also color grade with it. It's especially known for color grading, but now it has
Hmm.
so many other features, and so that's what I'm actually editing with for um, my fifth film, Submerge Blue Star, which will be
Okay.
out in December.
Okay.
So editing with that, and you can still send it to your visual effects guys and things. You can still
Mm-hmm.
send it. You can still send a file that they'll be able to use in the other one. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Wow. That's what's up. Da Vinci. I heard of Da Vinci. I heard it was pretty okay. I'm a Premiere woman. Double Premiere.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it.
Oh, you can
So,
afford it. You can afford it. I think you can
so
afford it.
well, I just got into it, and you know, just really learning the
Yeah.
program has really helped, and I've
Yeah.
learned from different uh, producers and people working on
Mm-hmm.
different Hollywood things. It's like, you know, majority of them kind of do the same thing, but
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Because
Right.
you know, I
Right.
was editing in Vegas Pro, and he's like, "Man, what you
Yeah.
edit that in?" I was like, "Well, that's just Vegas Pro."
Oh. Did it come out
So
bad or something?
no, it turned out good. Yeah, the
Oh, okay.
music video that we did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you went from music videos to comics and animation. That's wow.
Yeah,
So
from yeah, music videos to film to
yeah,
comics and
comics,
animation. Yeah.
animation, and what other products you selling that you think you're gonna come up with soon?
Well, some of them we can't talk about yet because
Oh, I
about to do
understand.
a
Look.
big. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you're good. You're good. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Yeah, there's some things you can't talk about.
well,
You put out
yeah,
put out there.
we're about to do a big premiere of some things
Okay.
in October.
All right.
But yeah, we I have a comic book that's already, I mean, a coloring book
Oh, okay.
that's going to be coming out, and we also have some new Funko Pops that are going to be coming
Okay.
out. Uh, the sixth one in this
Oh, wow.
series,
Okay.
and then like the animated series, we've just I'm working with Toby John.
Mm-hmm.
She is the animator of
Mm-hmm.
the series, and so we're writing out 10 more episodes. Well, we have 6 right now, and
Wow.
so we're looking at getting that going soon.
Cool. I can't wait till you have your own studio.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, you
Animation
know, we
studio.
yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And it's so, uh, you know, with the internet and things like that, is
Mm-hmm.
really cool to network with so many people from all over the world. You know,
Oh my God.
um,
Yeah.
with the comic books, I work with. a gentleman from the Philippines and then
Mm-hmm.
Argentina. So working with those guys, it's
Mm.
easy over line.
Oh wow, man! You like I say, you sound like you international there, all
Well, we keep
over.
working at. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Have
We
you ever
keep
thought about
working
going
on it.
into? Have you ever thought about diving into other genres, or you just gonna stick to comics and
Um, w- uh, well, yeah, I do like a mystery and drama.
okay.
But I always, I grew up on Star Wars and Superman and
Oh
Stargate
man.
and Farscape and all these
Uh.
different shows. So that's always part of what I want to do. I like
Okay.
sci-fi. So, but I do have
Wow.
a murder mystery slash sci-fi that
Okay.
I've started to write, and once we have a break in the series of films for
Mhm.
Submerge. We want to put that out. The part of that is because I have my own streaming service, the Submerge
Okay.
Universe TV,
Oh. Okay.
and so we are also creating, um, uh, content for that. And
Cool.
so that will also house our comic books, our motion comics, and
Okay.
right now we have all 4 films on there right now. So if you went
Mm.
to submergeuniverse.tv.com,
Okay.
you will be able to download or stream the whole
Okay.
series right there.
Got you. You got any comic books you want to show us? I didn't think of.
Sure.
I didn't think to put a trailer on here. I don't know what I
Oh,
was
that's
thinking.
that's all right.
Uh,
So
yeah.
we
I
have that one. That is light. That's the first one that we
okay.
had at a PopCon convention here. We had that
Okay.
was over 30,000 people there, and
Wow.
um, then this is our latest one, which hasn't made it to the stores yet. This
Okay.
is sorry for the glare. This
Oh,
is
it's
a
okay.
51X,
Okay.
and
51 eggs.
and this and again, these are characters in the movie. So
Mhm.
this is Bishop Stevens' character, Lord
Okay.
Raz, and so
Okay.
he's super excited about that when he gets to be in comics and things like that.
Wow. Cool. And you selling them, or you sell them on
Yeah,
the Comic Con?
those are selling on my website, DV Entertainment. That's D like in David, V like in
Okay.
Victor Entertainment.
Okay.
Pictures
Okay.
.com, and
Okay.
also the light, and we're about to get 51X. um,
Okay.
they're on Amazon Comicology, so you can
Oh.
get the Submerged Universe comic there. So right now light is on there, the very first one,
Wow.
and so
Man, you doing it. You are doing it. Golly, I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
well, thank you.
Man, I look to see some of your stuff on the Sci-Fi channel. You ever thought about putting some of your stuff on the Sci-Fi channel?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just there's only so much you can do. Just trying
You're
to.
doing a lot though. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
just it's a piece at a time, and some things you're like, oh, I want to get there to that point, and you can kind of work
Mm-hmm.
there. But sometimes it just kind of comes across your path because
Right.
you're working and
Your work,
people,
right.
yeah, people are
Right.
networking with you, and you're like, man, I was just
Okay.
looking at that, doing that, and
Right.
so that kind of helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if you have a trailer of some sort, inbox it to me. That
Okay.
way when I put this out live, I can put it in the comments and people can see some of your trailers. You can do one or two,
Okay.
one, two. I am so proud of you. I'm
Well,
sorry.
thank you.
I didn't want to
No,
say.
no, thank you, thank you.
Okay. No problem. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother.
Thank you. And you keep
And
doing what
keep.
you're doing because we
I
need
am.
you. We need
Hey,
you.
and we need you. We need you to continue to put sci-fi out there, and anything I can do to support you, let me know.
All
Uh,
right.
if it's buying a comic book or buying one of your movies or something, or buying one
Well,
of your
thank you.
the Dodge. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job, and I pray continued success with you.
Thank you so much, and you
Any
too. You
last
too.
any last remarks? I know you gave some advice. Any last remarks?
Um, I just first of all, I want to give a shout out to my team, and most definitely my family, because I wouldn't be able to do what I
Mm-hmm.
do without the support
Mm,
of my family, immediate
mm,
family.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make the moves what I do.
Yeah,
So,
because cause they want daddy, they want hubby, they want us
right.
time, and when you working full time and trying to do your film stuff, it can be challenging.
Yeah. It can be challenged for sure.
Hmm.
So, being balanced with that time. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I would, I would say again, the filmmakers, keep on
Hmm.
pushing.
Oh yeah.
Don't give up, and do you, because
Hmm.
you might look at it, there's thousands of sci-fi
Mm.
genre or movies and things like that out there. You look at Hollywood, but don't,
Yeah.
you know, do what you can do, and you're going to find
Hmm.
your crowd eventually. You just got
Oh
to
yeah.
keep at it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's an audience for every movie has an
Yeah.
audience. So, and I would advise you to continue to go to Comic Cons if you can, because that seems like that's your audience, along with sci-fi film festivals and animation
Yeah.
film like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you for joining me in the Indie Film Lounge, and I'll see you at the red carpet one day.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Thank you so much.
You too. Be blessed.
All right.